ready to go.
And let's get right to it. We don't have a whole lot of time. 1 hour, as a matter of fact, before we head down to, I don't know where he is, actually. Sam Levitt. Is he on the
Sam's
West
in the
Coast?
back.
He's in the back.
Yeah, we were just talking.
Okay, good, because earlier this week he was doing
on the East Coast, yes.
He was doing the pregame show from across the country, but maybe his return to San Diego, if not the Padres' return, will help to get things turned around. Padres start a 3-game series in Miami tonight with German Marquez going to the mound, and the Marlins, we're looking at a bullpen game for them. Ryan Gusto is their scheduled starter, and we'll get that underway in about an hour. Or the pregame show, rather, in about an hour. Suffice to say, I think when this 10-game road trip began, we talked about it being make or break for the Padres. We talked about it being, let's find out whether or not they're going to be sellers at the trade deadline or buyers, or they're going to be able to stay relevant or close enough to where A.J. Preller can perhaps work some of his magic at the trade deadline. The other thing we said was, of the 3 series that are going to be played, the one against the Marlins is the most important one. And we said that because at the time the Marlins held the final wild card playoff spot and the Padres were chasing the Marlins. Well, neither of those things are true now. The Marlins come into the game with a 9-game losing streak. They have completely fallen apart here. They're down to just 1 game over 500. They no longer hold the final wild card spot. That is now held by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Remember them? A team that we used to look at in our rearview mirror in the NL West standings. Hey, Diamondbacks are 4 games clear of the Padres right now.
Ugh.
Yeah, and look, the Phillies and Cubs are ahead of that, so you're probably not catching either of them. By the way, if you want to get into the playoffs, you'd not only have to catch the Diamondbacks, you'd have to pass the Cardinals, the Pirates, the Nationals, and the Marlins before you get to the Diamondbacks. Yep. So I think the ultimate realistic answer, 7 games into this road trip for the Padres, Skraby, we talked about it yesterday after the loss in Atlanta, was make or break. It's breaking. At least so far.
It is.
They could turn it, right? They could win the last 3. They could come home and, you got the Rockies and Giants next week, but it's really hard to, really imagine this team putting together any kind of a hot streak with, starting pitching that is not, consistent or good, frankly, and a bullpen that's clearly wearing out.
Yeah.
They've lost 4 games on this road trip by 1 run. They lost 3 in Atlanta, all by 1 run. Though guys would have their bullpen and you'd win. So, there's not a lot to recommend other than the schedule says, you still got 59 games to play. So you go out and play and hope that things will, get turned around. As far as what A.J. Preller is going to do, we've heard so many different things, Skraby, that it's hard to really believe in any of them.
You can't believe in any of it.
We've heard, hey, new ownership coming in, even though it's not official yet, right? They want to give a good impression. They're going to give AJ an open checkbook and say, hey, do whatever you can to make this team great right away so that people will love us. And you've heard that all the way down to, new ownership's going to come in and they're going to sit back and take a look at this and they're going to realize what you and I realize right now, which is why waste any of your future going after this season? It really doesn't make realistic sense at this point. So, the talk has turned on the other side now to, we've heard Mason Miller mentioned way too much for my liking.
Yes.
We're now starting to hear Adrian Morejon as somebody that maybe maybe the Padres do agree with you and I, Skraby, that Mason Miller's a unicorn. You just can't replace him even if you get 2 or 3 prospects. But maybe Adrian Morejon is somebody that, somebody feels can close for them the last 2.5 months. Maybe you get something there. Ty France, I hate to say it, but he's about the most tradable commodity you have right now. We know darn well nobody's taking Xander, and you're not going to trade Merrill, and you're not going to trade Machado or Tatis. I think you would trade Cronenworth's contract as well, but nobody's going to take that.
See, I think his contract is more movable.
It's more movable, but not really movable.
It's a tough contract to move, but it's not impossible like the Xander Bogaerts contract.
Yeah, it's really an ugly situation, and a lot of factors have conspired to make it what it is.
He's making. Jake is making 12.2 a year, which is a lot for someone with the stats that I'm trying to be nice here.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
For someone who's not living up to the contract,
he's a big league player. He can take it. I mean, he was on our show 2 weeks ago, and he said, "Look, the criticism is deserved.
Yeah,
I'm not good. We're not good.
I don't know.
This is what we should expect to hear."
Yeah.
So look. The blame game it's really fun to sit back and go, let's just blame it on this and let's blame it on that. It's AJ Preller. It's obviously Craig Stammen was a terrible choice. He can't manage. Blame it on, Tatis and Manny and Bogarts and their contracts being stupid. And I told you so, injuries, whatever you want. Honestly, I don't really care because they are where they are, and now they have to figure out a way forward from here. So if you want to play the blame game and go backwards and, try to blame everything that's been done, if that makes you feel better, go ahead. I don't. You're gonna can Stammen at the end of the season? Is that going to change everything for you? You're not, I don't know exactly what you're going to do. So, this is why they're, doing this, and I'm sitting here commenting on it because it's such a tough one, Skraby, that I really don't have an outline of where to begin. I know a lot of people do. We see it on the tweets. Well, all you have to do is this and that. Well, no, that's not.
No, it's not.
It's not at all you have to do. They have, a lot of issues right now. They even though they've been better, their hitting statistics are still the worst in baseball. They have no starting pitching, and they have a bullpen that is a mess. Now, I'm not a mess, but, not what it was, certainly, because it's been overused. And, okay, you can never pitch Wandy Peralta in the 8th inning. I guess you can't pitch Griffin Canning either. You can't pitch Randy Vasquez in relief. I mean, there's what's Stammen supposed to do? Start Mason Miller and then pitch him the rest of the game.
Well, remember my idea, make him a starter, that would work.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody wants to blame it all on Stammen. Obviously it was the wrong choice. I don't think it's that obvious, frankly. Other than starting Mason Miller and getting 9 innings out of him for the next 53 games, nothing's a sure thing with this team. And, you obviously can't do that. So, we'll see where they go tonight. Marquez probably going to give you 5 innings.
Let's hope.
You hope. He'll give up a couple of runs, 2-3. And, you hope you're in the game. And you hope, I think Morejon was able to rest yesterday, so he would be able to pitch today. And you can get yourself somehow to Mason Miller and get out of there with a win. But you're going to need a lot of that now. One game isn't going to change it. You're going to need a steady streak here for a couple of 3 weeks, and that is not really looking probable.
No, it's not. And a couple things. I'm going to say something crazy right here.
Yeah.
I think this next week could actually be a terrible thing for the Padres if they win, because that gives renewed hope.
Some false hope. Yeah.
And that gives you hey, we get a couple guys, we trade away Crew Schoolcraft, we get this guy, bada bing, bada boom, we're in the playoffs. I want them to go to the playoffs. I want them to go win a World Series.
Sure.
But you're lying to yourself if you think that this team has a World Series roster right now. Without a ton of help.
I mean, if I were to tell you that the Twins are probably going to go to the World Series this year if they just hang in there, you'd say, what the hell are you talking about? And I would say, well, the Twins are a game and a half out of the playoffs right now, so all they have to do is get in. But the Twins aren't going to the World Series any more than you know that the Padres aren't going either.
Yeah.
So you're right. And to a certain extent, Skraby, winning 3 in Miami, taking 2 from the Rockies, getting 2 out of 3 from the Giants, getting 3 or 4 games over 500 again might just be false hope at this point.
I don't see another way. I don't see another way unless Joe Musgrove, Nick Pivetta come back immediately. They're throwing.
How about if they come back immediately? How about if they come back immediately and they can both throw 7 shutout innings? They can't. They won't. Right? If they came back today, Pivetta go 3 innings, 4 innings. Musgrove will go 2. Yeah. So that's gonna be another 2 weeks after they do come back, and they're not
running
back.
out of time. You're running out of time for them. You're running out of time for the standings. And there are some fans that DM me and say we're so negative. We're just jumping on the bandwagon that this team is not good, and we're just kicking them while they're down. I think
are
this
those,
to people.
by the way, are those the same fans that constantly write us and text us and tweet us about how we're shills for the team? Are those the same people?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. But here's what I'm saying to those people.
You don't like it when we prop them up, and now you're going to tell me you don't like them when we're honest and tell you that they're down. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't have too many other options for you than that.
Well, here, let me say this.
Would you rather me come in and tell you that it looks terrific and that, going 36-23 the rest of the way to finish 10 games over 500 is likely?
No.
I would look like an idiot if I said that was likely right now.
Here's what this is what I tell the people that message me that. Tell me that you honestly believe that they are a playoff team, and okay, maybe I can see where you're coming from. But really, when you look at this team, Chris, we've been saying it. It is not, and you're lying to yourself.
It hasn't
as a fan.
It hasn't had the look of a playoff team basically since Pivetta went down. The middle of May, they started losing. They went from 11 games over 500 and steadily worked themselves back to 500 and now below. It has been about a 60, 70 game stretch of, baseball that, tells you pretty much all you need to know.
Yeah.
And that is this team is not there and probably not going to be there. Couple of things that I really think need to be addressed, and I don't know who's going to address them other than me. I'm not in Miami. I can't really go down in the locker room right now and try to straighten some of this stuff out. But I think there's a couple of issues that absolutely need to be dealt with. We'll tell you what they are when we come back. Also, we only have an hour today. We don't want to complain only about the Padres because we've been doing it all week.
Yeah.
So what we're going to complain about instead is the game of golf.
Yes.
Skraby and I were out golfing today, and kudos, by the way. If you ever run into Mark Ziegler on a golf course, keep your wallet in your back pocket.
Yeah, he's a shark.
He didn't. He's not a shark because he didn't steal anybody's money.
He didn't bet anything, but he could be a shark if he wanted to.
So good. What did he shoot? He shot a 76 today. You said 76?
Yeah, 76, yeah.
And I easily missed 5 birdie putts that lipped off the cup.
Yeah, he could have easily been under par.
Yep. That's how good Mark Ziegler was.
He's one of those guys who drive, it's really good drive, and he goes, just a little bit too far left.
He doesn't quite get it all right. But his second shots are money.
His short game's money.
He's almost always 7 feet from the hole putting for birdie. It's just incredible.
And he's one of those guys where at the end of the round you realize he shot a 76 and he's not like overpowering the course. He's just doing the right things.
He's also one of the world's nicest guys out there. Great. And you love playing with him and you love spending time with him. So thanks to Mark Ziegler for playing with us today. But Skraby and I are going to do a special countdown today. The 5 most annoying things about playing golf.
Yeah.
I don't know that we can even fit it all in 5.
I have 20.
Yeah, I have more. I have more than that. So we're going to have some fun with that. Also, if you're just tuned in, you've been under a rock all day, LeBron James has made his decision.
Decision 3.0.
No kidding. Stop the world. I want to get off. We'll tell you where he's going. If you don't know, you'll find out next on Gwynn and Chris.
Hey, Tony Gwynn.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Skraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
And I think you go into it every single night. There's a path within every single game, and you've got it's our job to try to go find that and see like what the best way is to go do that. And some pitchers that again it creates opportunity for some other guys to step up and find out what they're all about. Obviously, we've got as good a back end of the bullpen as anybody in the game. So I think the exercise that we're constantly looking at is. How do you, a lot of different ways to get there. It can be outscoring guys. It could be putting runs on the board. It can be mixing and matching, which is what what we're looking to do with this current group. And it's based on your personnel, and then try to get it to a spot in the game where we have, as good a back end as anybody. So, haven't done it enough here recently. And that's the challenge here for us in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully then we get some reinforcements that start to come back here as well.
That was AJ Preller earlier this morning joining Ben and Woods for the Management Report presented by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It's better. You want to hear the old interview, obviously, go to 97.3thefan.sd.com, Ben and Woods program. You can hear everything that AJ Preller said. I can tell you without hearing it all that probably most of the answers were a lot like that one.
Yeah.
We're trying to put this and piece that and this, that, and the, he knows that they don't have what it takes right now. Pretty obvious to all of us. And, it's going to be interesting the next few weeks, to see which way or what they do. I don't know that there's really any way to go. I know that people want right, Skraby? You want like a definitive move. You want
yes.
You want to tell everybody we're trading for Mickey Mantle and we're going for the pennant. Or we are trading Mason Miller and we're rebuilding.
Ugh.
But guess what? I don't think either of those are the answer. It's going to be something in between, much less satisfying, I have a feeling.
You have pieces on this team now. Some of those pieces may be aging. Some of those pieces may not be the player they once were. But you do have pieces. So I don't know that you could just blow up the team and rebuild now. I don't think that works. Like
rebuild.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? Get rid of Manny and get rid of Fernando
No,
and
you
get rid of
can't.
Jake and get rid of Merrill and
No, you can't. You
Right.
can't do any of that.
So you're not going to rebuild.
So you could trade
and
Mason,
frankly, all the
Adrian Morejon.
Yeah, Morejon makes the only sense. The funny thing is all of the little, what do you call it? The Jordanaires, as it were. Michael Jordan's supporting cast used to call him the Jordanaires. Okay, so
Was Horace Grant a part of this?
he was a Jordanaire. Yes, he
Oh,
was.
man, poor
He was
Horace.
a damn good one too when they let him eat.
Yeah, exactly. Michael Jordan wouldn't let him eat.
Yeah, but no, the Padres version of the Jordanaires have been great by and large. Now Sheets is in a big slump, but overall, he's had a nice year. France has obviously been great. You've gotten contributions from Samad Taylor and a lot of these guys.
Andujar's been
Andujar,
up and
he's
down,
hurt
but he's
now,
had some
but
pretty
yeah.
good stretches.
Yeah, so the Jordanaire part has been good. All right, speaking of the basketball frame work there, LeBron James did, I didn't expect it this soon. I thought he would string it out for a while, another couple of months.
He was getting pressure. He was getting pressure so teams can make decisions.
Well, he probably heard from people like me who said, stop making us wait. This is why we hate him. So, yeah, he's going to go to the 76ers. You probably had all heard by now. Look, LeBron James, I don't care what he says because I don't believe a lot of what he says. But what he did say was, first of all, I really thought seriously about retirement. He throws that out there, I think, to get us all, soften us up so we'll all say, oh, well, thank God you didn't do that. All right. He said, I really had to look and see if I truly love this game anymore. And he said, I decided I truly love this game and I have more to give. And then he went on to say, I'm not going for the money, not going for my family. What am I really playing for at this point? And here's the BS for you. I still want to sacrifice. I still want to grind. Get out of here. You want one thing and one thing only.
What is it?
Another championship to add on to your plaque. And maybe if you can get that, then, it's going to give the LeBron James people more ammunition
is that
in,
where
the greatest of all time argument.
I see where you're going.
One thing Michael Jordan will never be able to say is that he led 3 different franchises to the championship, right?
I guess you're right.
All right. Well, LeBron's already led 3.
Maybe he's a GOAT.
Maybe he is.
I hate this conversation so much.
Exactly. But this
doesn't
is all,
have an answer.
It's all he wants is to get on a team that can win the championship. And if you're a Philadelphia 76ers fan and you're thrilled to have LeBron, then thank whoever it was who traded for Jaylen Brown.
True.
That put them to the position where LeBron says this is the place. He's got Tyrese Maxey, he's got Jaylen Brown, and he's got Joel Embiid. And now him. I mean, that is a stacked team similar to what he pieced together in Miami, similar to everything else he's done in his career. This is his modus operandi. He looked around. Giannis was not enough in Miami.
Remember the YouTube video? It was fake.
Yeah, that's right. The Warriors didn't quite have enough. Curry, whoever. But when the Sixers added Jaylen Brown with Joel, with Maxey, LeBron says, hey, that's it, man. That's where I can walk in. I can sit out about 35 games. Joel Embiid will sit out the other 35. They probably won't play together more than 10 times in the regular season. But, yeah, the Sixers are going to be a contender, and that's where LeBron's going, and, more power to him.
2 things for LeBron. Joel Embiid never plays, so you're going to be playing a lot without Joel Embiid.
Mentioned. That's what I just said. I don't think the two of them will line up very often because
I wanted to underscore that.
Even if both of them are healthy, they'll beg out of most of the games anyway.
And here's the other thing. I kind of buy a little bit that he thought about retirement, and the reason I think this is because he took $4 million a year. He's taking a massive discount.
He doesn't need any money.
No, he doesn't. We all thought he was going to go max contract. That's what he could demand.
I never imagined he'd go max contract.
Who would you ever imagine he'd go $4 million a year?
I don't think it even mattered if he took 4 cents a year. He wants one thing only, and that's ammunition and the me versus Michael Jordan argument about who's the best player ever. And if I, at 42, lead a team to a championship, then that's going to be more ammunition on my side.
You might be right.
And here's the thing, though. If the Sixers win the championship, is it going to really be because of him? I don't think so. It'll be because Joel Embiid stays healthy enough to play dominant basketball in the playoffs. And it'll be because of Jaylen Brown, who's already a finals MVP, who's in the prime of his career. That's what's going to maybe win it for Philadelphia. LeBron will be along for the ride, and he'll take most of the glory. I'm right.
Probably. I'm trying to think. I don't really ever think of LeBron as like a me guy, but I understand what you're saying. He does want to be the best in that sort of NBA conversation.
It's the only thing that he could be using to motivate himself at this point, because he's done everything else.
True.
He's won 4 NBA titles. He's never going to get the 6th. He's not going to be around long enough to catch Jordan. So he can get there for 5, and he can say that he did it with 4 different teams. And that's going to be a hell of an argument. He chose the best possible roster. Make no mistake about that. All right, we got we have a special countdown today. 5 things. Somehow we're going to narrow it down. 5 things that make us crazy playing the sport of golf.
I felt a few of them today.
I think I did all of them on one hole today. So we'll get to that.
He's not joking, people.
Yeah, I know. And also today, coming up, I want to give you these 2 items that to me are loose ends with the Padres that I do believe need to be tied up somehow.
Let's do that first.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
When we come back, and then we'll finish with the golf, and then it'll be time for Sam's pregame show. Padres, Marlins later on 97.3 The Fan.
Ben and Wood.
Pre-game interviews down in the clubhouse. Craig Stammen speaking. So we're able to squeeze him in on. It's hard to get him in here on some of these East Coast games. So
Yeah, the East Coast is tough.
Gwynn and Chris here from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. One score in baseball today. Go figure. Rockies 4, Brewers 1 in Milwaukee. That makes no sense. They're in the 6th inning. The Brewers are 64-38, Skraby. They are a half game behind the Dodgers for the best record in baseball. What do the Brewers have?
Apparently, they have a guy who knows how to choose all the right players, and they have a manager that pushes all the right buttons. By the way, he used to be a Padres manager.
Let me explain something to you before we get to this thing that the Padres, couple loose ends. The Brewers have 12 players who make over $1 million. One of them is Gary Sanchez, who's not really, he's a backup catcher. One is a young guy named Luis Lara, who I think is barely up at the big leagues. One is Cooper Pratt, who just finally got called up but signed that big deal. And one is Lance McCullers, who they just traded for and hasn't pitched at all. So you take those 4 away. They really only have 8 guys on this team that make $1 million who are a big part of this team. The Padres have 26 guys making $1 million or more. From Marquez.
26?
Yeah, Marquez to Hart to Canning to France to Giolito to Bueller. Fermin's over $2 million. All the way up to, Xander's 25. That's crazy, isn't it?
That is definitely. I would not. If you were to ask me how many guys on the team are paid over $1 million, I would have said
Campusano is the 27th highest paid player this year. This is according to Sport Track, by the way, or Spot Track. Okay,
that's a pretty good.
Yeah,
source.
I'm not making it up. Campusano's 27th. He makes $900,000. The only Padres that are under $1 million that you know about: Estrada, Vasquez, Waldron, David Morgan,
Mason Miller.
Mason Miller.
He makes. Does he make under $1 million?
$4 million according to Spot Track.
Okay, $4 million. I don't know.
Good try though.
Still low.
Anyway,
You're right. It is $4
Brewers.
million.
How the hell are they? Whatever they are.
Last year he was $765,000.
Well, that's not this year.
You're right.
All right. So here's 2 things that need to be tied up in my mind. I don't know where this is going to go. One, is there an issue with Fernando versus Xander Bogaerts that needs to at least be talked out? And maybe they've already talked, no one's reported it, or I don't know about it.
Yeah.
But when Kevin Acee asks Rengifo about the game on Wednesday night and says, hey, when they did that double steal in the 7th inning, did you know you'd be coming up with the bases loaded? Okay, and before Rengifo could even answer, Fernando in the next cubicle says, everybody knew that. And he said it, I think, in reading the story that AC wrote, said it in a pretty perturbed way, like it's pretty obvious that they were going to take the bat out of my hands, which is what the Braves did. So Kevin Acee, as any good reporter would do, went dutifully over and asked Bogaerts, did you think about that at all when you stole third there and triggered that double steal? And Bogaerts said, no, I didn't think about it at all. And Kevin Acee followed up with, well, it didn't enter your mind that if you stole third, it'd be second and third, and everybody knew they'd walk Fernando. And Xander said, well, how did everybody know that?
Yeah, did Walt Weiss didn't tell me.
Yeah, and then he said, Walt Weiss didn't give me a heads up that he would walk Fernando. All right, so that's the issue as I see it. Xander, to me, making a play that I apparently upset Fernando, took the bat out of his hands in a 1-1 game. I brought it all up even before we heard this exchange. So that, I think, needs to be ironed out. I think it should be. Maybe it has been. But to me, that's a little bit of a loose end right now. Second loose end is Craig Stammen yesterday, whether on purpose or just by the way he spoke, pinning the series loss in Atlanta squarely on the shoulders of his catcher, Freddie Fermin, for committing 2 catcher interference errors. One that lost the game on Tuesday, another that lost the game yesterday.
Contributed to losing the game.
I don't think, though, that's what he said.
No, I'm correcting you. I'm not correcting him.
What
he did not say that.
What Craig Stammen said, if I'm not quoting him.
I'm just going to go get it. I'm going to go get it.
You can play it. But
time.
what he said was, you look at the series, we lost 2 games on catcher's interference. We lost 2 games on catcher's interference. That cost us the series. Pretty sure that's what he said.
Give me 1 second.
And again, I don't have a problem with the manager holding guys accountable, but I don't know that doing it dirty laundry style is the best way to go about it. I don't know that even Craig Stammen meant anything by it.
Here it is.
But here it is.
Really, we got beat. Honestly, you look back at the series and like, what are the critical plays? Like 2 catcher's interference plays kind of cost us the series.
That's what he said. I'm not making it up.
No.
I think he needs to bring Freddie Fermin in and go, look, I want you to understand, man, I'm not pinning this thing on you. Obviously, I don't want a catcher's interference, but there
Coach,
are a lot of reasons they lost that series.
But, Coach, why did you say the thing that you said out there?
I mean, today he threw him right squarely under the bus there. All right, so those are 2 loose ends.
I've been thinking a lot about this, about the Craig Stammen, Freddie Fermin thing. I truly think that was him calling Freddie out in a way to help him, because maybe Freddie needs to hear that.
I guarantee you that Craig Stammen only wants to help and what's best for his guys.
Yeah.
But you don't hear many managers call out a player. Granted, he didn't use his name, but who else would have committed the catcher's interferences?
Wait, Jackson Merrill in center field?
Yeah, right. So you don't normally hear that. 2 plays cost us the series. But so I think those are 2 things that need to be ironed out. Maybe they already have been.
You know what will erase all of that? A win. Or 2 or 3 or 4.
Maybe a sweep.
Yeah, a sweep. Let's go with a sweep.
And as we said yesterday, Skraby, the more they lose, the more these little stories like this are going to keep coming out, and they're going to turn from a spark into a big flame into an explosion.
This is what happens.
This is what happens
we have
when
documented
you start
it
losing
over the years.
All right. Let's just talk about our agonies for a little bit here, Skraby.
Okay.
But before we...
Oh, man.
It's
Hold on,
now
I'll
time
stop
for Gwynn
it.
and Chris to
I
rank
thought that
their
was
top
the
I know.
cue.
Here's one of the things that upsets me is when I mess up the intro. Play it anyway. Here we go.
It's now time for Gwynn and Chris to rank their top 5 of the day.
Gonna grip and rip as usual.
But this isn't just a regular top 5 list.
I love it. It's some statistics, but I love it.
This is the countdown. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
I think we're going to be hitting everybody where they live here. Just about everybody
golfers.
listens has played some golf.
Yeah.
I was, convinced of it more than ever after second round of the British I call it the British Open, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. The Open last weekend, when the guy from Australia shot a 62.
New Zealand.
Was it New Zealand? I thought it was Australia. Anyway, whoever he was, look it up. Shot the 62.
New Zealand.
It was, okay. Greatest round, tied the greatest round in the history of major golf. Shot a 62. But missed a 5-foot putt on 18 that would have given him a 61.
Mm-hmm.
And said afterwards, yeah, I'm really upset with myself. He had every right to be upset with himself, number one. Number two, it's incredible that you could be upset walking off a golf course after you just basically played the best round any player has ever played.
Someone should have told him he was going to win the next day, too. I think he would be okay with it.
I mean, this really is insane that how tough of a sport this is.
Oh, yeah.
You can just never be happy with golf. So, Skraby and I played today. As he pointed out, I did a lot of these things on like one hole or many holes. But what are the 5 actual things about the game or when you're playing the game that really upset you the most? All right, so that is
Number
today's
5.
countdown. I'll start.
Okay.
Number 5 is what I call a chili dip. And I don't know if that's what you call it, Skraby.
Tin Cup, they call it a chili dip.
Okay. So let me make sure I describe it the way you feel a chili dip is. It's when you're maybe, 20, 30 feet off the green, and you have a little chip to get up on the green and set up your putt, and you get so far under the ball that you chip it, it goes up about in the air, and it lands like 4 feet in front of you, and it's still in the rough.
Yes, that's
tough. A chili dip.
That's tough.
You basically could have just turned to the scorekeeper and said, put me down for an extra stroke, because you didn't even improve your situation at all.
No, you just stayed in the same spot.
Or, another foot forward.
And that did happen to me twice today.
All right, chili dip, number 5 agonizing thing on the golf course.
This is pretty broad, but it's very frustrating. And there was a hole today where, the actual thing is when you can't hit the ball. And what I'm saying is you get to the tee, you top the ball. You get to your next shot, you top the ball. And then the next shot, you top the ball again. You can't even get the ball in the air at this point. You're embarrassed. You're already at a 6. You go to an 8 after this. It's just when you can't figure out how to hit the ball. It's so frustrating and annoying. Do you know what I'm talking about, Chris?
Do I know what you're talking about? I did it all day today. And but I understand it's frustrating for you, because I'll be straight up with Skraby. I make fun of a lot of things. I wouldn't make fun of Skraby's golf game, man. He has a beautiful swing, and when you hit it right, it's a nice looking thing. And you've learned it over the years. Your grandfather used to take you. I mean, you can play, but he did get up on a hole or two today and just basically missed the ball.
I even gave my mulligan. I even topped my mulligan.
Right.
Okay, here, I'm rephrasing it. When you top your mulligan after a top drive.
All right, so your number 5 is blowing the mulligan.
Yeah, gosh, that is so annoying. That is so annoying.
Number 4.
All right, number 4, a really annoying thing to me about golf is making a fairly difficult putt that, it's not straight in, right? It zigzags or it has to curve. You have to
call them
it right.
squeakers.
All right, making a putt like that from 12, 14 feet, a little out of your comfort zone, but only making it when it's for double or triple bogey. That is so annoying.
It can't be for birdie
or
eagle.
When it's birdie, that thing never goes in.
It never goes in when it's
when
birdie.
you're way out there and you've kind of given up the hole, right in. Yep. And everybody goes, oh, what a putt.
Yeah.
Great shot, Chris. And you're like, thanks, I'll take my 8 now and go on to the next hole.
That is pretty annoying, I gotta say.
So let's put that in there.
I gotta say. My number 4 is, we talk about this all the time, Chris, and we actually agree on the rule for this.
Okay.
But when you hit a great tee shot, it's majestic in the air.
Yeah,
it just looks like Tiger Woods you've just channeled Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
It's drawing against the wind.
Right in the middle, babe.
And you see it hit, you see it
bounces down.
and then you get up there and you can't find it anywhere.
Nowhere.
Can't find it anywhere.
Nowhere.
And our rule that we've agreed upon is if the people in the playing group see it bounce in the fairway, you get a free drop somewhere around there. But that is the most annoying thing. It should be in the fairway.
It's still absolutely annoying, because even though I think it is a fair rule to get a free drop, I still feel in the back of my mind I'm hitting a lost ball.
But we're also not PGA Tour players with people looking for our balls.
Yes.
But it's so annoying when you hit that, you see that arc, and then you come up, you're like, where's my ball? And not to mention, golf balls are expensive.
Oh, yeah. Not as expensive as the damn round itself.
That is true.
They're adding up on us. All right, countdown continues.
Yes. We're counting down the worst things about golf.
Stuff that frustrates
Number
us a lot
3.
about golf. I'll put this one in there. I have more than 5, and they all happen to me today. This is a hard thing for me, and I'm still learning it, but I think it's hard for everybody. When you're, say, 130, 40 yards away and your approach shot, we all have a club that we feel we hit about that distance, whatever that might be. For me, it might be an 8-iron. For Skraby, it might be for Skraby, it might be a pitching wedge from there. For me, it might be a 7-iron. But whoever, kind of what you hit each club, but you hit it so perfect. And you just don't know you're going to.
Yeah.
But you hit it so perfect that it heads for the flag. I mean, straight as an arrow, luscious in every way.
I can see it now.
And then it disappears over a hill behind the green. You're like,
Yeah.
Like, if I roll one up there, at least I know it's, I hit a bad shot, I deserve a bad result. But when you hit one perfect, and it's so perfect that it just sails over and it kind of waves at you as it goes, too.
Today I had one on 17 where the wind was in her face, so I hit an 8-iron. And I hit it very, very well.
You just hit it too good, yeah.
And we all were like, when it dropped behind the hole on top of a hill, I was like, what? I just wasted a good shot on that.
Yeah. That's my number 3.
All right, that's a good one.
All right.
When
Your number 3.
Yeah, my number 3 is when you have a great round. Like, say you had a great round last week and you're all excited. You're like, I'm going to go back out there. I'm going to go play some golf. I'm going to set my record. Can't wait. I can envision the shots now.
Yeah.
And then you play the worst golf you've ever played. It is...
I would say that described me today.
Demoralizing. Was it demoralizing today?
Were you around me today?
Yes, yes, I was.
We played the same course that I played a week and a half ago and shot bogey golf.
Yep.
Straight up. One of the better rounds I've ever had. Parred the last hole, got a 90.
Yeah.
That to me is really solid day.
Yeah, yeah.
I was well over 100 today. Same course. So, yeah, I'm with you there. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I pictured every shot today as if, I did it already.
Yeah.
But I couldn't
duplicate
any
driving to
of
the
them.
golf course, you're probably thinking about some of the shots you had the week before.
Yeah, I felt like I was going to have a great day. I did not.
Very annoying.
Number 2.
All right. Can you tell that we could go on pretty much forever on this?
Yeah, we definitely could.
Number 2, I'll give you it's a little bit of a repeat of yours, but there's just no way you should ever top a ball off the tee like 18 yards forward. It just should never happen.
Yeah, it does.
For our, level of ability.
Yeah, a kid should not.
18 yards. And let's add to the agony and make it a par 5 so you still have 482 yards to go.
That's bad.
You want to use your mulligan, but you just used it 2 holes ago.
And you topped that too.
Right. So now you're on your second shot and you're barely off the tee. Yeah, that's a tough situation. That's a tough situation.
That is a very
I'm gonna go
tough
there.
situation.
All right, I was thinking of what I wanted to go number 1, and I found a great one. But you go number 2 first.
All right. Okay, this one might not actually be number 2 now I'm thinking about it, but when you have a good shot and you come up on something and it's in a bad lie. Or you it's not. I guess it's not that crazy.
That's bad luck.
It's bad luck, and it's annoying because you.
But we try to play. Give yourself at least a shot to hit the ball. Like if it's a terrible lie that's ridiculous,
then you move it a little bit.
Because if you're playing a professional course, that's one thing. But we're not playing those, so you're gonna have lies like that.
You are definitely gonna have lies like that.
I don't have a problem, kicking the ball over a half a foot and giving a little better look at it.
Yeah, we're all very honest golfers, so I trust people.
Yeah.
But it's mostly, I will, I guess, rephrase and say when you have a good shot and then your next shot is terrible too. That's also
I think it's
really bad.
it's akin to what I said my number 3 was. When you hit a good shot, but you don't get a good result. Just in general, that's no fun.
You're right.
You did, you sailed it over the green, or you it bounced and went right, or one needed to go left.
The bad luck.
Bad luck.
Number 1.
Because the sport's hard enough when you're getting good luck. Like Ziegler got one today. And he's so good at. I'm not, but just as an example, remember his tee shot on the 4th hole today? He was 25 feet right of the hole and short.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it hit, but it rolled down a hill.
Yep.
So it got pin high, and then turned left.
It did.
And rolled to 3 feet from the pin.
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
Even he didn't know.
No, and he turned away from it, and he was like, what's going on over here? And then we're like, hey, watch your ball. It's about to go in.
Right. We made him turn around because it was rolling to the pin.
Because he thought he hit it terribly.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing. All right, here's the number 1 worst thing about golf. Not even close, Skrabe. And this does not happen when I or you or anybody has a club in their hand. The worst thing about golf, playing as you and I do, and as many of us do, the worst. And you're going to agree with me right away.
I can't wait.
It happened on the 10th hole today.
Okay.
You and me and Ziegler and our Mike got up to the 10th hole ready to hit. and the bozos in front of us
Oh, yes.
stopped in the fairway, went over to the side at the cart path.
Oh, yeah.
All 4 of them went there and started chumming it up with the cart girl.
Yeah, this is annoying.
And all 4, I believe, ordered homemade pina coladas
Something.
that she made by hand one at a time.
We saw her from the tee box shaking something.
They were there forever.
They were.
We were standing there. They could see us standing there, and there just was no movement at all.
Can I tell everybody out there, if you're like, what's the problem with that? Here's what you do. You hit your ball first, then you go, because they hadn't even hit their ball. So they had to, after the margaritas or whatever, pina coladas were made, they had to come back and hit their ball. So we were standing there for 15 minutes.
We really were standing there for 10, 15 minutes. That you don't have a right to do that to the people behind you. But it's in general, if you're going to be out on the golf course, please be aware of the people ahead of you and behind you and play accordingly. I don't think these guys actually had pina coladas because I don't know that that's an available item.
I think margaritas are.
Whatever it was, we stood there and watched them for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's the worst thing.
Very annoying.
Can you beat that?
Yeah, I think I can.
You can.
I can
All
because
right.
I had a situation today, and I'm going to present the situation.
Okay.
I hit a lovely 3-iron about 220 yards down the right side of the fairway.
That was a hell of a shot, man. You got all of it.
Thank you.
Sailed right toward the pin. It checked up there.
Oh, no, wait, hold on.
Okay, I know.
I
I'm
just hit
saying.
the 140 shot to about 8 feet.
Yeah, right.
So I'm
that's what I
putting
meant.
for
Okay.
birdie.
Yeah,
I look back.
8
Chris-
feet. You got a birdie, and you had a luscious approach.
Yes.
Good birdie opportunity.
I look back. I'm like, where's Chris?
He's where he was
and it
all
was
day.
like 80 yards behind us.
Up a hill.
Hitting a ball that's like 6 feet below his feet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm glad I'm not him right now.
Right.
And he gets on the green. He putts it. Somehow, miraculously, he saves a 5. Guess what I got? 8 feet away for birdie. Got a 5. That is my number one most annoying thing. You could play a perfect hole and get the same score as someone who was in the backyard of someone's house.
Yes, because my approach bounced right next to the pin. I putted it in, and I had a 5.
It was
You were
annoying.
3 feet away or whatever,
I was
and you
8 feet.
putted and got a 5.
8 feet. 8 feet. And I look back, I literally saw Chris climbing a mountain trying to get to his ball.
That was actually one of my better moments of the day. Thank you for bringing it up.
That shot was actually very lovely from the house that you hit it, because you landed it nicely on the green.
Good. I should hit more from the houses. All right. Well, there's our countdown. 5 things about golf. And I think we could all add another 20.
Oh, yeah.
Skraby said earlier.
Oh, yeah, I could definitely, easily.
All right. Let's see if we can get the Padres back in the win column here. Give us a lineup for tonight, Skrabe. Do you have it? I have it maybe handier than you if you want to.
I'll hit the sounder.
Hit the sounder, and then I'll give everybody a lineup tonight. I think it's interesting. Fernando's leading off, of course. Crony's back in the 2-hole. Machado, France, Merrill. Campusano is 6. Sheets is 7. Bogart's back down where he belongs. I hate to say it. I don't mean it mean, but he's 8th.
Yeah.
And Song gets a start tonight at third base. So Manny is DH. Song will be batting 9th. I guess if you say odd man out tonight, it would be Rengifo, which is...
He's red hot.
Yeah, he's been red hot. But I guess... Because I think Rengifo plays third base also. Could put him at third if you want to get Manny the night off, but they're going to go with Sun Moon Song tonight. As I said earlier, I think I've been, more a fan of Sun Moon Song lately. Been doing a little better job. But if you need to score the tying run in the 9th inning like yesterday, you don't pinch hit with Sun Moon Song. You save him for a pinch running situation. I wasn't thrilled with that.
No.
Stamina strategy yesterday in the 9th inning.
Is that what we're calling it? Stamina strategies.
Well, Cronenworth got the hit, man, with 2 outs. If you had Song on the bench still, you could have pinch run. He could have stole second. And then Fernando was base hit, would have tied the game. I'm just saying it's a little frustrating when you're dying for a win. And maybe you could have, tied that game up. But alas, it did not happen.
I like the word alas. Baseball coverage on 97.3 The Fans presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi. One price, 5 years. Guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that.
All right. A couple of quick baseball notes. We told you the one game today. Terang just hit a home run, but Colorado's ahead of the Brewers 4-2 in the 7th. What is it? Tariq Skubal says today, I want to finish the season with the Tigers.
Oh, okay.
Every time somebody says that, they may as well also say it, go home and pack their bags.
They know something.
They get traded every time.
They know something. Like, I got to get ahead and tell the fans that I wanted to be here.
Right. So when it comes out that I'm going to the Dodgers.
Oh, don't even say it.
And they're making my contract 10 times more.
No, don't even say it, Chris.
Yes, I want the fans here in Detroit, though, to know that I really asked to stay here.
Oh, that's good.
All right. LeBron James repeating the big story today. Makes us all now hate the Philadelphia 76ers. Stay tuned for Sam Levitt's pregame show. For Skraby, Tony, of course, myself. Monday's a day off for the Padres. And they'll be back home. I assume we'll have a full 4 hours. We'll see you then.